On this episode of the Rocklopedia Fake Bandica, one of the skills of effective espionage is an ability to hide one's identity into a myriad of disguises. After 89 episodes, you can guess what kind of disguises we care about. That's right, we're talking spy bands. This is the Rocklopedia Fake Bandica.
Rocklopedia Fake Bandica.
Welcome to the Rocklopedia Fake Bandica. I'm Charles. There's Alan.
Hey there.
There's T-Mike.
What's the frequency, Kenneth?
And it's the 1st of December, so we're coming out of the cold and discussing spy bands. That's right, spy bands. We'll explain it all after we take care of a little business. T-Mike!
Yes.
Any emails?
Nothing relevant.
Nobody? Oh, nothing relevant. I did know we had some email about somebody who's trying to hunt down
that was
somebody who's looking.
Contributor, which is kind of weird. I don't know how I feel about that.
So this is a good time to tell everybody,
like
if you write us or if you put stuff in, we're not going to sell your data.
No.
We're not going to sell you out.
No, we will not.
Right? You're on our team.
That's right.
But I think he contributed to the book, or possibly to the old non-wiki version, because I don't think there's an account on that name.
Yeah, I don't know. But somebody came looking for one of you guys.
Excited we got an email, and you can excite us all here by emailing us at fakebands@vgg.com.
Just somebody came looking for one of you guys out there. We said no.
No.
Not on our watch. It's sacred. The bond between podcaster and listener.
Listener is a sacred
not doing
trust.
It, not selling you out.
Oh, Charles, I did set up that little thing where they can give money for us to dox people. Like,
this is our spy episode. We keep things quiet, Alan.
Oh, okay, good.
Keep things quiet.
Right, got it. I got it there.
Okay, let's got to talk about The Simpsons killing off a fake band.
That's right.
It was in the episode, I think it was Sashes to Sashes.
Yes.
And right off the bat, they killed off Alice Glick. And that started us talking.
Yeah.
Because we were like, Alice Glick. I thought it was Gertie was the organist.
They talked about Alice being the church organist. And we already talked about just a few episodes ago about Gertie.
Yeah.
I think her last name was Fish.
I believe so, yes.
Gertie Fish.
Gertie
Fish. And she's been a long time church organist, but now apparently I guess I misremembered.
Yeah.
Apparently there's two church organists.
Well,
or they stopped using
They stopped
Gertie.
using Gertie. I think they had a very similar model, and I guess maybe they figured it was easier. But Alice Glick was the woman who, in the Disco Stew introduction episode, when they're having the yard sale, and they have things like, no, this could be used. She was selling a candy dish, and so that was Alice
for $90, I believe.
And then later on, she died, and in another episode, she was dead, and then she was a ghost in another episode. Now she's alive again, but now is dead.
But now she's dead again.
Now she's dead.
She's dead again, and she donated all of her money to Springfield Elementary for the music department to keep it going. And then Mayor Quimby's son, who just happens
Freddie? Or no, that was his nephew. I'm slave. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, it's whoever.
He must. The son is new.
He's the third. Whoever Quimby the third. He said, well, what we should do is a music festival.
Blow it all in one bit. All right, good plan, Springfield. Good plan.
He suggested Little Smelly, which looked like Little Wayne on the picture.
Oh, is he a rapper?
Yeah. DJ Breakfast, Jupiter Jerks, which I kind of think is supposed to be Daft Punk. I'm not positive.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
The recently reunited Gorm, which was Guar.
Guar, yeah.
Oh, wow, a Guar reference in 2025?
And then Chunk Mafia, which I think was Black Eyed Peas, but everybody seemed to be really into Chunk Mafia. Even Homer, they had the song called Chunk It Up. Chunk it up!
Chunk, chunk, chunk it up! Chunk, chunk it up! Chunk, 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 chunk it up!
Homer would come in and say, "Are you guys talking about Chunk Mafia?" And they'd start going, "Chunk it up," and start singing and everything. So they had a bunch of fake bands right off the bat for this one. But Alice Glick, gone.
And apparently, according to one of the showrunners, she's officially dead. Like, this is like, they're not going to forget and like have her back alive again.
Like they did before.
I mean, they have things for shows called Bibles, basically, where they tell everything that's happened.
Yeah.
Somebody just forgot to write Alice Glick
After
died.
35 years, that Bible is probably taller than I am.
Yes.
I just heard today that K-pop Demon Hunters will be eligible for the animated film category of the Oscars.
Okay.
Woo!
And so if they're nominated for that, they should be nominated for probably best song.
Yeah.
So maybe
There's a
we'll
lot of
get
options.
some fake band love at the
Oscars in there.
Oscars.
Little Oscar love. That'd be cool.
All right, it's time to talk about the
sad
billboard.
news, yeah.
The billboard
Oh,
here.
the billboard. Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, we'll say the sad news for
Yeah,
this
yeah.
episode because it's a little more important for us. But, Hot 100, I'm complaining about.
Oh, yeah.
You want to take a guess of where Mariah Carey is now?
Oh, is she number one?
No,
She's
no,
not number
no.
one.
Oh, wow. I guess we got to wait till after Black
I'm
Friday or something.
I'm gonna say she's in the top 10.
Oh, she's in the top 10.
Okay, she's
She,
number
well,
3.
she was number 11
Yeah.
last
Right.
week.
Yeah, so,
so
I'm
she's
gonna
definitely in the top
say
10.
number 3.
She is number 8.
Oh,
What?
too high! Wow.
All I Want for Christmas is number 8.
Wow.
Mariah, come on, get with it.
Last Christmas is 11. Rocking Around the Christmas Tree, 13. Jingle Bell Rock is 14.
They're all moving up just from last show.
I didn't see the Chipmunks, and I didn't see the Wings song that you ate so much.
Oh, good.
But Nat King,
Monster Mash. Monster Mash is
that's
still
off.
there. It's
Nat
okay.
King Cole is back on the charts
Oh, wow.
with the Christmas song. Most Wonderful Time of the Year is now 30.
Mhm.
And Let It Snow by Dean Martin is on the list now.
Ooh.
I mean, seriously, what is
I like Dean
number
Martin's
40? Do you know who's number 40?
Nah.
Burl Ives.
Oh, yeah. Wow.
This is your chart. This is your Hot 100.
Did Andy
Burl Ives
did
is
An-
on the Hot 100.
Did Andy Williams' Christmas song move up?
Yeah, it's number 30. I thought I said that. Number 30 right now. But Burl Ives.
I don't know. If I had to have a cage match between Burl Ives and Andy Williams, I don't know who.
And Felice
I think we'd all
Navidad.
be winners.
We'd all, yeah.
Felice Navidad is 49 now.
Nice.
So he's got
Wow.
that. But Burl Ives on your charts.
Wow.
Seriously,
So
if you're
he's
a
at-
Billboard.
he's at 40?
How can, yeah.
So that could have been if this was the past, we could have had Casey Kasem saying like starting off the top American top 40 would be
Here's a
Burl
holly
Ives.
jolly Christmas with Burl Ives.
I would like to hear Casey Kasem say the word Burl Ives. I think that'd be a
You probably
resonant.
he probably said it at some point. I would imagine. I mean, it's-
Burl Ives.
How do people at Billboard look at themselves in the mirror? Where they're listening?
Yeah. Anyway,
All right, we do have some bad news. To
yes,
report.
yeah. And Jimmy Cliff passed away just a few days ago.
Right.
And
Well, from this
yeah.
when we're recording, yeah.
Yeah, when we're recording, yes. And we talked about him in the and a long time ago. Now I realize episode 18.
yeah.
Wow, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
But if you have not seen The Harder They Come, you should go out and see it. It is a great movie. It is
About
a
a fake-
fascinating
about a
movie.
fictional-
I think
artists.
if you want, if you're interested in Jimmy Cliff, you should go listen to this episode.
Yeah.
It's the episode's entitled "Legendary Artists Playing Fake Artists." Episode 18. It's from July 22nd, 2024. And Alan, you did a great job.
Oh,
with
thank
that.
you.
I
Oh,
think
yeah,
people
but yeah.
would be really interested in hearing more
Yeah.
about Jimmy Cliff.
I really-
you're actually passionate about the guy, and it really
he
you
was
could tell.
great. He's a great musician, and it's I mean, it is one of those weird things. When I heard it, I was like, oh, I kind of thought he might have passed a couple of years ago, but yeah, he had a great career, and weirdly, one of the obits I saw talked about like the first thing they talked about was cool, like one of his songs being in Cool Runnings, and I was like,
Come on.
and it was
Wow.
a cover. They talked about his cover
Aw,
of like
man.
Cat Stevens being in the movie Cool Runnings, and I was like, okay, who wrote this
Yeah.
obit? Like,
He'll always be Raijin in our hearts.
yes, exactly.
All right, so this episode is about spy bands. What does that mean? We're all familiar with spy movies, and if you're listening, you know we're familiar with fake bands. So basically, we're talking spies with a fake band persona.
Exactly.
Okay, so here's an example from a show earlier this year, right? In our memorial to Val Kilmer, episode 56. We've done so many episodes.
Yeah, we've done a lot.
So tired now. We've discussed his star-making roles, Nick Rivers in Top Secret.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
great
great movie.
little
Yeah.
fun movie.
Right. So he was a singer, and then as the movie went on, he became a spy, right?
Right. Well, it is. Yeah, he had to. He was kind of forced into it.
He did spy stuff.
Yeah, kind of. And then he kind of did World War II stuff.
Right. Well, it was
They kind of lost
the,
track of
the
what was
movie
happening, yeah.
switched tones
Yeah.
kind of weirdly. in
And
the
there was a
middle
cow in boots, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah.
And there's some,
Okay.
yeah, stuff like that. Yes. Here's a much larger list than you could ever expect of spy bands. And this is just the tip of the fake band iceberg.
Just the tip? Just the tip. Just the tip.
Not Archer. I love Archer.
Come on.
Alan's a huge fan.
And we'll conclude with some bands from Archer, and we'll do some more, another show with more spy bands later on.
Probably. We have so
Yeah.
many of
Yeah.
these.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
we come up with a lot more than we expected.
We've already made a big list of it, so it'd be easy for us to
Yeah.
do it. Yeah, we might be next week. We'll just
So-
do it next week.
So, T-Mac, who should we start with?
Let's start with probably the most famous spy in American media, Johnny Banner from the 1967 film The Fastest Guitar Alive.
No one but you knows that movie even exists. Let me start off. Okay.
Fine.
I'm going to talk about Alias, that wonderful spy action drama on ABC from 2001 to 2006. 5 seasons, 105 episodes, and starring Jennifer Garner as super spy Sydney Bristow. You guys have seen this show, right?
Well, it's funny because the next note you mentioned in the notes here, the fact that it's not for casual viewers really threw me off because I remember watching it a couple times and I was so confused because I was like, you cannot drop into the show
You
midway through
absolutely
the
can't.
season.
If you just want to watch Jennifer Garner and her cute little outfits, then you can watch it all you want. If you want to actually follow the plot and like you started watching in season 1 and then all of a sudden you come in season 2, you're like, well, wait a minute, what happened?
Yeah.
Wait, they're doing what now?
Yeah.
And then you come in season 3 and you're like, what, she missed 2 years? What? I thought I just missed a couple episodes.
No.
You really have to be locked in.
Yeah.
And even when I was locked in, I watched it, but
Yeah, I
I was
remember
just,
you were a big fan. Yeah.
yeah, but I was just, then I would be like, wait, we were doing what now? How'd that happen? You had to kind of stop. You almost had to get a piece of paper out and be like,
Start making a wall chart with strings going.
Okay, there's a dude named Sark, and Sark kind of works here, but he kind of works here, and they could have killed him here, but if they didn't kill him, he could be over in this story, so they didn't kill him, and it just, you really had to be engaged with it.
Right.
They sort of twice a season they would kind of change storylines. And it kind of started with like a True Lies kind of conceit where you'd see Sydney's life as a spy, and then you see her as a regular person.
Mm-hmm.
You'd see her with her best friend Francie and her friend Will, and you'd see she was first episode she was proposed to.
Yeah, that's right.
And that's when she told her then fiance, "Oh, I'm a spy." She said it in secret. It was in the shower, a very steamy shower scene, but she explained, "Oh, by the way, I'm a spy."
Right.
To him there, which freaked him out. And then because
Was that a deal breaker?
well, it was for the agency who listens in on everything because dude died before the commercial break, basically.
Wow, yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
That's ice cold, baby.
He would see her life not as a spy. And there was a point where like if Francie was like, and she was getting engaged. She was like, I'm going to be looking at wedding dresses. Sydney, I'd like you to go. So he's like, I'm there. She goes, yeah, but you're really flaky sometimes. I really need you to be there. She's like, I'm there. Trust me, I'm there. And then she's off in Hong Kong fighting somebody. There's a big, huge battle or something. And then all of a sudden it cuts in the middle of the scene to Francie just like sitting in a wedding dress at some sort of boutique. And then it comes back to the big fight. So they had all that. And then they just scrapped that. And then it becomes a scavenger hunt for the artifacts of the Da Vinci type character called Rambaldi. Rambaldi had this and he had that. And he put stuff together, and eventually he supposedly figured out the path to immortality.
Okay.
That's what they were trying to find.
But
The path
did
to immortality.
Dan Brown, the Da Vinci Codes, take over the writing on this?
Now,
at this
I will
point?
say, because of this whole thing, Search for Immortality, it did have a wonderful end, like the last season. I'll go ahead and spoil it because it's all
it's like
the Sloan is the guy who's running SD6 is where he's the one who's his big push is to get this from all he finally gets all the Rambaldi stuff. It works. He gets immortality, and I want to say they were in like a pyramid in Egypt. I said when he gets it all together.
Yeah, if you want to be immortal, you really you want to do it right.
Yeah.
Well, I want to say
immortality
it was
right.
down in some sort of catacombs or something and he gets it, and then like a wall collapses on him, and he's crushed under these giant rocks. But he's immortal.
Oh, so he's trapped.
So he's trapped under these like
wow, nice.
large rocks, and they just kind of leave him there. They're just like, okay, just walk off.
I gotta go. I have to go to this bridal fitting. I'll see you later.
So it was good, but seriously, if you missed any sort of episodes, you're like,
it made no sense. I remember just trying to drop in.
I just nod and smile because they're putting
Jennifer.
Jennifer Gardner in some small dress or something.
So somewhere in here, there's a fake band.
Right. Well, we're going to focus on a season 3 episode named Remnants. The big cliffhanger on season 2 was Sydney just disappeared for 2 years, and no one, not even her, knew what she did in that time.
Wow, big time skip, huh?
She just showed up, and all of a sudden they were like, "We thought you were dead. It's been 2 years." And she's like, "I thought it was just Monday, and now it's Tuesday." She had no clue.
Wow.
So she's trying to piece it together. Sydney and her allies realize that she has to find one of her dear friends from season 1, Firebrand news reporter Will Tippin, who's played by Bradley Cooper.
Hey,
You know Bradley Cooper. He played country rock singer Jack Maine in the latest version of A Star Is Born.
which
QT
we'll cover.
might say, yeah, here we have
we'll
it.
cover it one day. One day.
Someday.
Yeah.
So Will is in the witness protection plan after a wild battle against other spies that helped the show move the quiet time, hanging with friends part of the show into the dustbin. Well, now they need Will, and so Sydney finds him at his construction job in Wisconsin, pulls him back into the spy world. So Sydney has Will contact one of his sources, who leads our plucky duo on the road to Graz, Germany, to see if Sydney hid some important artifact while in her missing years. She's sure she must have hidden it in the safety deposit boxes of a trendy hotel, the Hotel Verlustzeit.
Is that doesn't Verlustzeit mean like lost time?
Oh yeah.
I think it might.
Ooh.
It might. I don't know. I'm gonna have to.
That's a
Google
clue
it
right
really
there.
quick. Yeah.
Her whole time was lost time, Alan.
Oh yeah.
No wonder she
Yeah.
picked that
Yeah.
one.
Lost time. Yeah. It means like lost
Yeah,
time. It does.
okay.
But how do they get in? They get in by playing fake musicians.
Oh, nice. That's good.
The
Good
two
point.
walk into the hotel lobby with that wild rock star swagger and amazing costumes, because that's one of the things the show's famous for, the outfits they
Yeah.
put Jennifer Gardner in, right? For this pair of rockers, Sydney's in a short black and hot pink dress with matching fuzzy coat and dark sunglasses and a black wig with pink tips. Will is in all black, leather jacket and Stetson and sunglasses, carrying a guitar case. They speak in British accents. They're a British band. They could be a nameless band, I guess. We don't see them perform. We don't see albums or posters for them. To them, this band is just an alias.
Ah.
However, when the desk clerk asks who they are, Sydney tells them that they are the next big thing.
Okay.
So by the power vested in me, by the Rocklopedia Fake Bandica, I declare that the band's name is the next big thing.
I like it.
I like it,
I
yeah.
like how you think, Mr. Rempel.
She said it. That's it.
It's in black and white in the audio.
The
Right
next big thing. So they end up breaking into the safety deposit boxes, and oops, another spy group gets the artifact seconds before they do.
What?
And then there's a wild fight, and then somebody gets stabbed, and there's all this crazy spy business. You know, standard spy
standard
stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, standard.
All right.
So while we're talking about Alias, I do want to mention the wild fake band crossover that I learned about at Tom Holbrook's television crossovers and spinoffs website. ABC also had the show Lost.
Oh, yeah.
Remember Lost?
Yeah.
A bunch of plane wrecks, I think. A bunch
Yeah.
of castaways that are on
Yeah,
this
yeah.
island.
Mhm.
Wacky things
There's like
happen.
they're there for a 3-hour tour. I remember. I'm on all this. Yeah.
Well, one of the castaway characters was Charlie, who is a bass player for the band Drive Shaft.
Oh yeah.
And their hit song was You All Everybody.
Oh yeah.
You are everybody. You are everybody. Acting like you're stupid people wearing expensive clothes. You are everybody. You are everybody. You are everybody.
Which happens to be a song that Sydney plays at a birthday party she's hosting.
Nice.
So, Lost and Alias and the band Drive Shaft are all in the same universe.
That's right. They are. I remember that now that you say that.
Yeah.
So Lost was weird. Were there talking monkeys on Lost?
There was a smoke ghost, wasn't there,
yeah.
something?
I think there was a polar bear. I don't know if there was any like monkeys or
All right.
apes.
Yeah, I don't know.
I mean, that might have been too weird even for them, but you know,
Maybe.
but everybody loves monkeys, right?
Oh yeah, hell yeah.
And everybody loves fake bands.
Everybody in
Everybody
this
who
room.
listens.
and this, yeah.
And what's better than an all monkey fake band?
That's pretty hot.
But
Pretty
wait,
good. What
if it was an all monkey spy band?
Woohoo!
I'm listening.
Yes.
Trifecta, baby.
The 1970 live action TV series Lancelot Link Secret Chimp starred an all chimpanzee cast that was overdubbed with human voices, which was really the funniest part of the show.
Right.
I mean, a lot of the lines were just really corny puns and
Yeah,
silliness
jokes,
and
yeah.
bad and impersonations of people like
Older stars.
older
yeah.
stars
Yeah,
that we didn't
yeah.
really know.
I want to say there was a James Cagney kind of thing and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, Lancelot Link's character is like a Humphrey Bogart.
Humphrey
guy.
Bogart, yeah. But the way they did it was they, I guess, gave them some peanut butter, something to chew on, and then
Yeah,
they
their
would-
lips are just going all
lips
over
are
the place.
moving, and so that they were trying to match the chimp's lip movements, and so they did some really hilarious moments where the characters start talking really fast because
To match-
the chimps,
yeah,
the chimps are like moving their mouth really quickly, or they'll hold a syllable too long because the chimp just held its mouth open for a long time, or just start singing because it looks like the chimp is singing, and they have to like match the.
I'm impressed they went to this level of trouble.
I think I have a feeling there was a lot of bottles of red wine sitting around. But the voice actor would really improvise stuff as they went along, and it ended up being fairly funny. It's more or less the same thing that Woody Allen did in What's Up, Tiger Lily. I mean, they just kind of
completely redubbed it for comedic effect.
Something very serious. In this case, it was just monkeys like playing around in costumes, whatever.
I guess it was the bad lip reading that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
kind of same thing. Anyway, here's the theme song, which you may have heard over the years.
Lancelot Link, secret chimp. Stands for justice, he has no fear. He's the agent to call when trouble is near. Lance Link, you gotta come through. Everybody is counting on you. Beating out ahead, an agent and a friend that just stick by your side right to the end. Darwin is the leader on the side of good. Fight jump agents like a good ape should. Oh, Lance Link, what you gonna do? You gotta stop the jump, the job is up to you.
I remember watching the show as a kid. I liked it.
It was always on. It was on in syndication right after school. But I remember it was like usually I would get home about halfway through, and once again I was confused. What the hell is going on? Is that Sidney Bristow? Anyway, so it's a kids comedy show, and the weird thing is that the head writers Stan Burns and Mike Marmer actually quit their jobs on the Carol Burnett show to work on
Man,
this.
the Carol Burnett show is way higher caliber than this, talking monkey kids show, people.
It's a strange move.
Well, they get to be the boss of their own monkey show.
That's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
Better to reign in hell than serve in heaven.
So the show, Lance and his fellow
In
agent,
monkey hell, I
in
guess,
Monkey
is
hell,
what it
yes. So the show is about Lancelot Link, and which they refer to as Lance sometimes, and his fellow agent Mata Hari. Very good. And they work for APE, the Agency to Prevent Evil, and their enemies were the organization Chump, or Criminal Headquarters for Underworld Master Plan.
I feel like that's missing a word in there somewhere.
Yeah, it's very
Whatever.
Man from Uncle kind of
Oh,
stuff.
yeah,
Kinda
everybody
like,
was.
or James Bond with Smirsh. and
Smirsh,
that
yeah,
stuff.
Everybody was doing the weird the funny
Acronyms are
acronyms.
fun, yeah. So Lance was played. I like the Wikipedia, and this was in the notes, but I went and double checked it. He was played by Tonga. It was the actor's name.
Yeah, Lancelot. Yeah, the actor for Lancelot Link was Tonga,
and he was voiced by Dayton Allen, doing a really bad Humphrey Bogart impersonation. Dayton Allen also voiced their boss, Commander Darwin. He was like
yes,
the
Darwin,
villain,
of course.
yeah.
A lot of monkey jokes there.
Mata Hari was played by the chimp Debbie, and she was voiced by Joan Gerber.
Okay, now that name's familiar.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
she was the voice of Freddie the Flute on HR Puff and stuff.
Oh, she did a lot of Sid and Marty
she did a
Croft
ton of
shows.
stuff, yeah.
She did a lot of the different voices.
And this is not a Sid and Marty Croft show. It was just in that same kind of era.
So basically, at that time of our lives, in the late 60s, early 70s, if you just had just a bat crap crazy idea for a show,
Yes.
but you needed a woman's voice,
They go to Joan
get
Gerber.
me Joan Gerber.
And if you had a bat crap crazy idea for a show, they'd put it on.
Yes. So in between the show, the threadbare spy plots that they would have, they would have these little quick gags. It was very much like Laughing, if you've ever seen that.
They were called chimpies.
Yes.
They called them chimpies.
Chimpies, that was the name, the official name. And they featured the band Lancelot Link and the Evolution Revolution. And it was just the chimps in costumes banging away on instruments.
Yeah, like for real instruments.
And they were always introduced by Ed Simeon.
Sullivan.
Yeah,
Simeon.
Ed Sullivan. And he would, he was in a chimp in a suit, and then he would kind of spin away.
And he'd say, "We're having a really big shoe."
And I was watching this, and I actually have myself thinking, I wonder if that's the same chimp as Lancelot Link. And like earlier, I don't like. It's hard to tell the chimps apart, but I
Yeah.
do remember the thing I remember most of all, and I saw a couple of videos of this. Mata Hari always looks kind of sad. It's like I think she realized this is beneath me. You know?
Exactly.
But
And then it's back in the cage.
yeah. So in
They're
the
back to medical testing.
No, don't go there, dude.
That's
Come
it,
on.
5 days a week.
Kids
That's
show.
what it is. And
Kids
then
show.
the weekend she gets to be Mata Hari.
yeah, she has to do all this. She has to run all those medical tests. I mean, she was mainly in compliance. I mean, she had to do all that
All right,
paperwork.
okay, all right.
Oh, what did you think, T?
Yeah,
I was going to darker places.
Monster.
No, yeah, she was.
Somebody had to do the paperwork.
Yeah, she was doing experiments on all those orphans and those baby puppies with their big sad eyes.
Okay.
Anyway, the episode Evolution Revolution, it's established that the band's music is a code. It uses it to communicate coded messages for ape agents. So it's kind of like a number station, essentially.
Yeah.
only it's groovy.
Yeah, live shows.
So they play, the band always is shown playing the Coconut Groove.
Coconut Grove was the
yeah.
famous club.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's always something here.
And someone has broken their secret song code.
Dun dun dun.
Yes. Maybe it's like Apen Turing or something. And but they turned out their undercover songwriter Monty Mandrill III has sold the secret song code to Chump. So Darwin sets a trap and they capture a Chump agent and I guess also Mandrill.
Yeah.
The weird thing is this was big. This was actually a weird, like they had these.
It was moderately successful. Yeah.
In the late 60s and early 70s kid shows, they'd have these like flash in a pan hits and the merchandising was let's put out an actual album. Let's put an album of this. Yeah. So we have like the Archies and some of the other ones we talked
Banana
about.
Splits had an album and a lot of ones from the Sid and Marty Krofft show.
Yes. And yes, we started with
Really?
It's a kid show.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a kid show.
The band, yes.
Yeah, the band, yes. It was a kid show.
You sure you're not thinking of Wakeford,
Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman,
and Howe? I think that was the kid show version.
That was Anderson, Bruford, Wakeman, and Crackle.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, they
Pop,
sold cereal. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyway, Lancelot Link put out a self-titled album in 1970 with a gatefold cover, which is expensive. It's kind of a big deal for
it. You don't not just any artist gets like the gatefold on the foldable album cover.
Gatefold is what?
Oh, it's like the double-sized vinyl cover, and it unfolds it like a book, and you can look at stuff.
Yeah, so it's huge. It was like huge. It was like stuff that like Led Zeppelin was putting out. That kind of stuff. Yeah.
And everybody has, even knows what an album looks like nowadays. We do need to explain what the special album covers look like.
Vinyl's back pretty big. I mean,
but are these gatefold ones back?
I don't know.
Probably
Who knows?
not. Probably the cheapest possible.
Yeah. Because they had a lot of room in the gatefold cover, they had room for liner notes. And so we learned that Lance is the lead guitarist. He's a Scorpio. And he's a native of California. And he lives in a ranch house in Tarzana.
I see what they did there.
That's some monkey business right there.
Mata Harry was on tambourine because, she's like female. Yeah, it's the role, yeah.
Whether monkey or human, that's all they get back in the 70s.
Damnable sexism.
She is a Virgo and the group's sex symbol.
Of course.
She lives in a Beverly Hills estate formerly owned by Johnny Weissmuller. And I want you to remember him because...
Stick a pin in him.
Surprisingly, he comes up again in this same episode.
He played Tarzan, in case you don't know.
Yeah. Sweetwater Gibbons, which is a good name.
It is. That's solid.
It's a creative genius of the group, playing all the keyboard instruments. He majored in zoology in college, and he inherited his musical talent from his father, who was an organ grinder.
You never seen that? When was the last time? Those have been like a trope. That was like an old trope. I wonder when's like the last time you would actually even see one of those.
A real one in real life? Yeah. No clue.
I have no idea.
I don't think I've ever. Yeah, I've only seen them in like cartoons.
Yeah,
that were
exactly.
Like from the 30s.
All right. Anyway.
Bananas Marmoset, the drummer.
Also a quality name.
The drummer also hails from California, from Thousand Oaks. He's the oldest of 9 children, and his favorite musicians are Three Dog Night, Steppenwolf, and Thelonious Monk. I guess the monkey is the joke. Monkey, I guess.
Yeah.
Here's the band singing, I guess, their signature tune, The Evolution Revolution.
Been discovered, something we've uncovered. Don't you want to try something new? If you want to be free, wave your hands and up like me. It's easy, all you got to do. Come on, baby, let your hands hang low. Come on, baby, play it to and fro. Come on, baby, join the evolution, revolution.
It's not really any different than any of the other bubblegum pop of that era.
But it's monkeys doing it.
It's monkeys.
Monkeys are playing these instruments, right?
You kind of lose it from on an audio podcast because it just sounds like it's just like a typical crap.
But when you actually watch, they actually tried to edit the footage of the Evolution Revolution playing, to like make it reasonable that they were playing the instruments. I mean, the monkeys is just slapping on that organ like crazy.
I mean, the way they had to do it, they had to get 1,000 monkey bands in 1,000 rooms playing 1,000 different songs
until they actually
figured out one that was good.
Yeah, this one keeps playing that Hamlet song.
That rock song about Hamlet.
There actually is a bonus band associated with this show.
Yeah.
And we don't have a clip for it, sadly, because it's from the spin-off comic book series.
Woo!
That ran from 1971, 1973 for 7 issues.
So just monkey drawings. Not as exciting as watching monkeys smack their lips and humans talk.
Yeah.
But in issue 4 from February 1972, there's a Face the Music story. And there's another fake band called the Hornets. And they work with Chump by sending coded messages to Chump agents in their songs on TV.
Hey, wait a minute.
Basically the same plot.
This is the same plot the other way around.
Yep. Lancelot Link and Mata Hari go undercover to get a copy of their sheet music.
Because you know how bands always use sheet music.
I love that.
Rock musicians. I guess it's a little more important when you're trying to code things into your songs. So.
I have a feeling that the person writing this thought it was kind of like that scene in Amadeus when he's like writing it out and he's like, then trio becomes quartet. Anyway, the ape supercomputer cracks the code and they switch the sheet music with one of their own devising, and the Hornets' next appearance send all the Chump agents to ape headquarters where they all get captured.
Yay!
And the best part is that the comic shows all 4 members playing guitar. So they don't draw them. I don't know. They didn't know how to draw bass or keyboards or drum. They're just
all guitar.
All guitars.
I mean, they basically beat Glenn Branca to the idea of like a all guitar orchestra. It's fascinating.
If you don't know, you should look up Glenn Branca. It's worth a listen.
Yeah, it's great. But he did guitar resonance and
a lot of wild avant-garde stuff.
And who knew it all came from 4 monkeys.
More monkeys playing guitar.
Playing guitars.
Nice.
I thought the next entry would be worse than one before, but I don't think it is actually. Johnny Banner. So Johnny Banner is a Confederate spy, which you don't really see a lot of in movies. During the Civil War, and he appears in the aforementioned earlier in the show 1967 musical comedy / western, The Fastest Guitar Alive.
Ooh.
He's played by actual rocker and like legendary star Roy Orbison.
Yeah, the traveling Wilburys.
Yes, without sunglasses, and it's like you don't really see.
Is there a reason?
He has the beadiest little. Oh my god, he has like little beady badger eyes or like mole eyes. They are like tiny. It's like when you draw a picture and it's like you have like
put 2 dots as eyes.
Yeah, 2 dots as eyes. Only the rest of the picture is like photorealistic, and you just have the 2 dots. It is so off-putting.
Yeah. It's like that meme. Like, let's just put these sunglasses back on. Just cover them up.
Leave them on.
Leave that back on.
So his cover is as a guitarist / singer, but the cool thing is his guitar can shoot bullets, which I figure might affect the sound a little bit. But you never know. I'm not a luthier. So he and his fellow spy Steve Menlo, who's played by the immortal Sammy Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson?
No, just Sammy Jackson.
Oh.
Different guy.
You've seen him before in Hell Not Found. Anyway. They travel to San Francisco to steal gold from the Union from the mint there that was used to fund, and they're going to use that money to fund the Confederate war effort.
Okay.
So the Confederates are the good guys in this movie.
It's a little weird, yeah.
Yeah, 60s were odd.
This is 1967.
I think it's 67, yeah. So Steve's cover is he's a snake oil salesman selling Dr. Ludwig Long's magic elixir.
Ooh, that's good stuff.
Yeah, that is. But before they go to San Francisco, they have to like fight off a bunch of like comic relief Native Americans, and it's kind of slapsticky and
downright wacky.
Yeah, it's for people who are missing the F troop. Yeah, kind of the
depth and honest
complexity of that.
Complexity of F troop you can capture here just a bit.
Johnny Banner, of course, is a musician, but they're weirdly enough, we actually also see another fake band in the movie, the Chestnut Sisters, who are played by Maggie Pierce as Flo Chestnut and Joan Freeman as Sue Chestnut, and they're a popular saloon singing, dancing act in the Barbary Coast section of San Francisco. And they're also Steve and Johnny's girlfriends and co-conspirators.
More spies.
Yeah, so they're more spies. They're more Confederate spies.
Okay.
I want to be as snuggle as a bubble in a rubble when my sweetie doesn't snuggle up with me. When I want a kiss, I know he won't miss because I'm being hung and as close as can be.
So Banner, as part of his spy work, he's been romancing the daughter of a Union colonel to get the info on a shipment of gold. Reminder again that the Confederates are the good guys in this movie. The local U.S. Marshal Max Cooper, played by John Doucette, is suspicious, and so he keeps bothering them, but he can't actually prove anything. Mm-hmm. And he has he got the Roscoe P. Coltrane kind of level of police work there. So the saloon where the girls sing is run by a Confederate co-conspirator, Charlie. Yeah,
No. Chuck, San Francisco is loaded with Confederate spies.
All in California, a Union state. When the marshal gets suspicious again, Johnny has to sing.
I like to think the person who wrote the movie, when they turned it in, they said, "Wait a minute. Did I make them Confederates or the Union?"
Yeah.
And they had to sit there for a minute. No, I'm sure I did it right. I'm sure I did it the right way.
I see this like there's this curve mark SA are the good guys. I can't tell if it's a U or a C. I'm going to go with C.
C. That sounds right.
Okay.
That sounds right.
Okay.
So Johnny has to sing to keep his cover, and he sings at Charlie's saloon. So he sings Pistolero, which, now having heard it, is an underappreciated Warburton song. It's actually pretty good.
1,000 pesos to get you alive all day. Ride on, ride hard in the ghetto, fast as you can to her side. But por mucho dinero, el noveno por nada.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah. I mean, it's a pretty good song.
Yeah, that's as good as any Marty Robbins song.
Yeah, it is. It very much has that Marty Robbins feel. They break in. Luckily, the saloon is next to the Mint, which that's usually a good.
They usually allow you to build things right next to the mint.
Yeah.
That's what they do nowadays, at least.
They blow a hole in the wall. They pull it off. They get the gold. The Confederacy has enough money to win the war. And no.
Oh wait, what?
Thank God, this is not like some like what Harry Turtledove.
No.
Civil War thing. They have to get the gold to the Confederate general in El Paso, Texas. So they make up a story that Johnny and Sue are getting married and going on their honeymoon so they could leave town that night without it being suspicious. But that U.S. Marshal, he's still on them.
Mm-hmm.
And so he telegraphs towns along the way to keep an eye on them. Somehow he knows they're going to El Paso and he can telegraph to all along the way, but he can't just
Alan, there's nothing between San Francisco and El Paso.
Well, you said he sounds like Marty Robbins.
Yeah.
That is the Marty Robbins song, right?
That's right. El Paso. That's a good point.
That's how he knew.
They leave town. They run into the same group of comic relief Native Americans.
Yay.
It's like some of the same actors, even I believe. They get to Prescott, Arizona.
Gateway to El Paso.
Oh, okay. Yes. They discover the South has surrendered and the Civil War is over. Huh. What do you do now with your ill-gotten gold? You do what any red-blooded American would do. You keep the gold and live happily ever after.
Right.
Yeah.
No. They're not Americans. They're filthy rebel traitors.
So that's true. That is true.
So they decide to do what a filthy, disgusting, horrible rebel traitor would do. Return the gold to the United States.
Oh, my goodness.
To keep their good names.
Yeah.
What is wrong with this movie?
They're right next to Mexico. You have it's every Western is like, I'm going to get my money and move to Mexico.
This is the 1860s. Somebody says, "What's your name?" And you could just say, "Lewis," and then be okay.
Exactly, yeah.
Nobody's checking your papers or going on the internet to search who you are.
They could go hang around with the guys from the Shawshank Redemption in Mexico.
Exactly.
Yeah. That was set in 1860s, wasn't it?
I think so. I believe so, yeah.
Roughly around that.
Before they go on, they run into another saloon owner, Stella, who's played by Patricia Donahue, and she gives them a job singing and dancing. But then it turns out that she and Charlie, who's also come to Prescott, are conspiring to get the gold for themselves.
Oh.
Dun, dun, dun.
Sorry, double turncoat thing.
So once again, saloon owners, club owners, they're all against your bands. You know?
So you're telling me I don't know who the good Confederates and the bad Confederates are.
Exactly.
So also the local sheriff and deputy are after them because they've been alerted they're gold thieves, and it all comes to a head. The protagonists flee town with all four of them in hot pursuit. And you know who they run into again?
Comic
relief Native Americans. However, their attack drives off all Charlie, Stella, the sheriff, and the deputy. That's just good. But not Marshall Cooper. He's still on their tracks. He escorts them back to San Francisco. They return the gold, and he implies that somehow, even though they stole it and they blew a hole in the side of the mint, they're not going to get arrested for that.
Because you're so noble to bring that gold back. How can we stay mad at you?
That's part of Reconstruction, I think. I think that was part of the whole.
Yeah, it might have been Reconstruction, yeah.
If only Lincoln hadn't been shot, then this sort of tragedy wouldn't have happened.
So this was Roy Beady Eyes Orbison's film debut, and actually his first one. He's a great singer. He definitely had a stage presence. His guitar playing was really impressive. If you listen to songs, I mean, he was very skillful.
Yeah.
He's a good songwriter, and he was just a terrible actor.
Yeah.
He is by far just painful to watch, except for the occasional song.
Yeah, the song parts is good.
And weirdly, there's another actual famous musician in here, kind of famous, I guess. Sam the Sham of Wooly Bully.
Sam the Sham of the Pharaohs?
Yeah,
Is that right?
He has a bit part in there. Yeah, Sam the Sham of the Pharaohs is there.
Bully, bully.
Orbison wrote all the songs for the film. He didn't actually get anything on the chart from this, but the song "There Won't Be Many Coming Home" went to number 12 in the UK and number 15 in Australia.
Oh, so you didn't get U.S. chart success?
No, yeah, but he got in other countries.
Okay, well, that's cool.
And here's the song.
Now the old folks will remember on that dark and dismal day how their hearts were choked with pride as their children marched away. Now the glory is all gone, they are left alone, and there won't be many coming home. No, there won't be many coming home. Oh, there won't be many, maybe 5 out of 20, but there won't be many coming home.
Jeez, what a friggin' downer.
Yeah, no. That wasn't about my choice for a single, no.
I know, it's a weird, it's like, play Pistolero. That was a great song.
That was a great song.
But this is like a down version of those like Johnny Horton songs that like the Battle of New Orleans and everything. Except it's depressing. Which is just, anyway. Maybe because it's written from Confederate's point of view,
The whole movie is
very strange.
So it's a thumbs up. You guys enjoy that movie.
I got a thumbs up for my movie here. The movie and the fake band are called The Finks, and that's not Finks, it's Phynx.
Ooh.
So even better than the Birds with the Y and the Monkeys with the 2 E's, we got The Finks.
Nice.
So this band is created by the Federal Super Secret Agency in this famously terrible 1970 film also titled The Finks. So it turns out communist Albania has kidnapped a bunch of aging Hollywood stars. Butterfly McQueen from Gone with the Wind, Dorothy Lamour.
Like the real stars?
Yeah, the real stars playing themselves. Dorothy Lamour, Marino Sullivan, boxer Joe Louis, Johnny Tarzan Weissmuller.
Woo, from earlier.
Yeah.
Take that pin out.
The Lone Ranger and Tonto, Marilyn Maxwell, Patty Andrews from the Andrews Sisters, band leaders Xavier Cugat, Guy Lombardo, and Trini Lopez. So many celebrities. I could go on and on. So I will. The Dead End Kids, Leo Gorcey and Hunts Hall, 1930s crooner Rudy Valley, Pat O'Brien, ventriloquist Edgar Bergen with Charlie McCarthy, George Jessel, choreographer Busby Berkeley and his original Gold Diggers, and fried chicken impresario Colonel Sanders.
Wait, okay, hold up. So Albania. Albania.
Yes.
Who borders on the Adriatic. Their big idea was to get all these old movie stars and
kidnap them and take them to Albania.
Impresarios.
Take them to their land, which is mostly mountainous.
Take them to Albania. For what purpose?
We'll get there. We'll get there.
There is a purpose.
Okay. All right. First of all, though, the SSA...
Did they just want to start like some sort of assisted living program? And they said, we'll go with these celebrities first, and they'll show in our commercials how much people want to go to our Albanian assisted living.
Visit beautiful Albania.
Because George Jessel loves it.
Retired to Albania. Anyway, it's the new Florida.
Okay. So, I jumped ahead. They have a reason.
All right. So the SSA supercomputer Mother, which stands for Mechanical Oracle That Helps Americans, says the best way to get those guys out of Albania is to form a rock band, get them to the top of the charts, get them invited to tour Albania, and then rescue them.
And I think that's Argo. That's the movie Argo.
What?
So the supercomputer also picks the 4 perfect young guys to be in the band. We have A. Michael Miller, Ray Chippeway, Dennis Lardon, and Lonnie Stevens.
Wait. You're telling me there's an A mic?
Yes, there is an A mic as well as... Anyway.
Nice.
The weird thing is that they're all like playing... They're credited as themselves.
Okay.
So they're not...
Play themselves?
They just sort of... But they're
Tony
not really
Danza School of Acting.
themselves. I don't know. Anyway, they don't get character names. So anyway, they're all kidnapped and trained out in the desert and in survival and rock and roll until Dick Clark cameos and gives his stamp of approval on the band.
So the solution for your kidnapping crisis is to do more kidnapping.
Yes.
Okay, that's good to know.
Exactly.
That's good to know.
Fight fire with fire,
Okay,
Alan.
all right.
And then the computer gives their band the name, the Finks, and he tells the SSA how to make them a hit. One word, Phil Baby.
Wait, what?
What word is that?
Phil Baby. Phil Baby, one word, is the guy played by Larry Hankin. He is the super hippest record producer on the planet. And so they bring him on. He comes up with the song, What Is Your Sign? Here's a clip.
My mama's Gemini and they say my daddy was a Leo. And I was born to sing the blues, so I got myself a funky trio. We're down at the Chili Bowl singing rock and roll. I can satisfy your soul. I'm a Taurus. Ooh, baby, what is your sign?
And so now the SSA has to get that song popular, and they get the band on Ed Sullivan after Ed notices there are guns pointed at him.
Another reference to Ed Sullivan.
Yeah, it was so
we
popular.
know what the kids today are talking about.
So they record an album, and the SSA makes sure that gets to number one with some good old fashioned 1930s gangster strong arm tactics at record stores by shooting up ones that don't
A little
push the
payola
album.
probably too.
President Nixon changes Thanksgiving to Finksgiving.
Really?
And the band is put on the new $3 bill, and one of their albums is put on the moon.
This is
Wacky.
a lot of work to bring back Charlie McCarthy.
It's a wacky comedy, yeah. But I'm not done. There's cameos. First we had all the old folks. Now we have regular, current star cameos
who are being kidnapped and taken to Albania.
No. They're just in the thing as other characters.
Why are we trying to get Colonel Sanders back like this and everything?
Well, we can't get the chicken without him, man. Anyway, he's got the secret recipe. All right, so we have Harold.
Xavier Cugat. We're like, let's put a $3 bill together and put a band on it to save Xavier
America
Cugat.
needs these celebrities, damn it. Anyway, Harold Oddjob Cicada, remember from the Bond movie?
Yes.
Richard Pryor.
Oh, he was in another fake band movie.
That's true.
Yeah.
The Shape of Things to Come.
That's right, yeah.
Max Frost and the Troopers. Andy Warhol hanger-on Ultraviolet. This is a random person. Celebrity gossip columnist Rona Barrett.
Wait, Rona Barrett's in this?
Wow.
And Godfather of Soul himself, James Brown, has a cameo. He's fantastic in the 30 seconds he's in the film. They finally get popular enough to get invited to tour Albania. And after a celebratory orgy...
Wait, with Colonel Sanders and
No, with
McQueen?
the band. The band earned it. They get a celebratory orgy. It's off to London to get the map to the castle where the prisoners are being held. Fortunately, Martha Ray knows...
Is London in Albania?
They were getting there. They have to get the map. Martha Ray knows where the map is. It's in 3 pieces.
Martha Ray Dentureware?
Yes.
Okay.
Martha Ray from all the crop
from the
shows.
Bugaloos. Yeah, from the Bugaloos.
Okay.
Anyway, so the map is broken up into 3 pieces, and each piece is tattooed on the stomach of one of her 3 daughters.
Is Martha Ray playing Martha Ray?
No, she's a character. Anyway.
Okay.
So she
Martha Ray's daughters are just her daughters too. Okay.
But her character dies before she can tell them where her daughters are or what their names are. So they only have 3 blurry photos that don't show their faces. The way they get the first one, though, is one of the daughters is a redhead. So they have a concert for redheads only. And
Attention, Jamie.
start checking tummies.
Yeah.
Now it's off to Copenhagen to get the second map. The band sleeps their way through every fan in the city, every female fan, until they find the one with the map.
Now, what if they find one that has a different map? Would they just mess things up?
Well, they can see if it matches up to the other parts.
I guess it's...
Third stop, Rome. Now they finally get a spy gadget, comic book X-ray specs. So they finally ogle enough young women until they find the last map piece to Markovic Castle. Finally, they can go off to Albania now.
Markovic.
And now we find out why Albania has been kidnapping the celebrities.
Good. Yes, good.
Okay. So President Markovic, played by George Tobias, has an older American wife, Ruby, played by Joan Blondell. And she misses America. And Albania has no celebrities, only commies.
Okay.
It's sad, and she wants old celebrities around
I think
her
it's win-win.
for their parties. But see, here's
Clear out old Hollywood, more space for new Hollywood.
Exactly. And old Louisville? I think Colonel Sanders.
Some Kentucky parts?
Yeah.
Anyway, so the president and his wife, though, turn out to kind of be on the Finks' side. They would like the celebrities to go if they want, but it's Colonel Rastinov, played by Michael Ansara, who won't let the celebrities leave. He's the actual power behind the throne here. No one can defy him. He has Albania's only tank.
Oh, you don't mess with that.
No.
The president agrees he'll help them get smuggle the celebrities out of Albania, but not before we have a big long sequence of meeting every single celebrity.
Oh, Lord.
They all get introduced at the dinner party by the butler, just one after the other. Anyway, so now how are they going to escape with that single tank trained on them playing the show? Well, they sneak them out in carts full of radishes, which is the national flower of Albania. Did you know? That's
Radishes?
true.
Huh?
Yeah.
Its main export is chrome, I think.
I do know that, yes.
Go together like peanut butter and jelly. Yeah, chrome and radishes. They play a concert for the dictator, and they get the audience to join in on their own guitars, and the noise is so loud it breaks the walls of the castle like Jericho.
So they have a concert, and everybody in the audience just brings their own guitar.
Oh yeah,
Just waiting. Maybe they're going to ask me to come up and jam.
I think they might have requested it beforehand. I don't know. Anyway, so yeah, off they go. Here's the last song they play.
How about a little hand? How about a little hand? How about a little hand for the boys in the band? How about a little hand? How about a little hand? How about a little hand for the boys in the band? Yeah! A little bit louder, a little bit louder, a little bit louder.
I kind of like that one a lot. Anyway, it's a fun movie. I don't think it deserved to bomb as hard as it apparently did.
You don't think
disagree.
it deserves to bomb?
There's lots of silly gags, little sight gags, cutaways. It reminds me of a Zucker movie, really. And the other weird thing is that the score for the movie was done by Mike Stoller of the songwriting team Lieber Stoller, who wrote all those 50s hits.
And also Jealous Rock, isn't it?
Jealous Rock, which we had a fake
which
band.
we've talked about before.
Right.
Yes,
Yes,
on
we
this
did.
that very show.
And I don't think the songs are bad, but apparently the film bombed so hard they canceled the soundtrack album. It was going to be a soundtrack album release. They actually had like a promo cover for it.
Wow.
As you see you see him passing it out in the movie. And then also they had it was like the press kit was tucked inside the sleeve, but then they canceled it with the movie bomb too bad they weren't going to bother to release the song. So I don't know how you get them now except for YouTube.
Okay. Well, I think we should take a break now.
Okay.
Try to wash the stink off of this episode after that movie.
The last two movies.
And when we return, we'll talk more spy movies. This is the Rocklopedia Fake Bandicoot. And we are back. So the first half, as always, kind of went off the rails.
What?
We started strong with a famous fake band, and then we end up with Colonel Sanders and Dorothy Lamour and a movie that even T-Mike calls famously bad.
Well,
So let's get this half started on a high note. The greatest spy movie franchise in movie history. I'm referring, of course, to James Bond. Who's your favorite James Bond?
Daniel Craig is really good.
I think so, too.
yeah, I don't know. I guess I got to go old school Sean Connery.
I think those are the two. I think
Yeah.
those are your only two options.
Yeah.
Sean Connery or Daniel Craig. I mean, I think the other ones...
I'm not saying Pierce Brosnan did a bad job.
Yeah,
but,
he's better at Remington Steele.
he was all right.
You look at me like, that's just Remington Steele. He's just doing... Then you realize that's just Pierce Brosnan he's doing.
Yeah.
But okay. But yes, I agree. It's either Sean Connery or Daniel Craig. And that's why we're going to be talking about a third one. So just to clarify things before T-Mike brings it up, James Bond is not Peter James Bond, the Spinal Tap drummer who spontaneously combusted on stage, leaving just a little green globule on his drum seat.
So sad.
James Bond is 007, wild card secret agent for MI6. There have been 27 James Bond films, 25 that are canon, and 2, the 1967 spoof version of Casino Royale,
Oh yeah, it's Woody Allen in it.
Yeah.
and the 1983 Never Say Never Again.
And that was just like a weird thing where that one novel was not covered under some of the contract. And so
Yeah,
they
it was
could
a weird
actually-
licensing
And so they
thing.
brought back Sean Connery.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so you had at the same time Sean Connery, James Bond, and a Roger Moore James
Yeah.
Bond.
Yeah, that was weird.
We're going to talk about one of these canon films, though, the 1987 Timothy Dalton It says here in the script classic. I don't think that's right. Let's just say debut.
Yeah.
Okay.
The 1987 Timothy Dalton debut, The Living Daylights.
Okay.
MI6 has found that Soviet General Georgy Kozkov wants to defect, so they set up an operation to extract him during the intermission of a Czechoslovakian orchestra concert in Bratislava. That's how old this movie is. Soviets and Czechoslovakia.
There we go.
Yeah.
It is at this concert that we meet the beautiful cellist Kara Malovi, played by Maryam Dabo. She is sexy and cool with her blonde bob haircut and her Stradivarius cello. Well, it's time for the exchange. James Bond is in position as a sniper to help make sure that no one tries to stop the defection from happening. It is at this defection that we meet the beautiful, inept sniper Kara Malovi, played by Maryam Dabo.
Hey.
Bond sees her poor attempts to shoot at Koskov and her poor handling of the sniper rifle and deduces that she's not a real trained assassin. He just calmly shoots the gun out of her hands instead of killing her.
He's a considerate man.
Well, yeah, that's his whole thing.
He's a sucker for babes, that's all.
The extraction is a success, but Bond gets berated for not killing this would-be assassin. And he says, I only kill professionals. She's not a professional. And if M wants to fire me, he can. And, oh, by the way, he must have scared the living daylights out of her.
They said the title of the film.
He
They
said the title of the film.
Whoa.
So the plot's really confusing, of course. Koskov is trying to pit the KGB and MI6 against each other so he can go rogue with an American arms dealer. Bond goes back to rescue Malovi since he thinks she is just a pawn in all this. Turns out she's Koskov's girlfriend. So James tells her, hey, I'm Koskov's friend. I'm sent to help you escape from the KGB.
Well, why was she trying to assassinate?
Well, that's the thing. He was trying to be like, make it seem like things were going like he's trying to be, KGB's trying to stop.
Oh, she was never really going to shoot him.
I guess. Okay. I think the gun was filled with blanks, actually.
Okay.
And he said, let's get somebody who can't really shoot me anyway.
Okay, good plan.
So James like, I'm his friend. I'm here to help you escape. They drive through Austria. Bond's car blows up, and they sled down the Austrian slopes on her cello case. Then she calls Koskov. And
I'm going to get the movie just to fast forward to that scene.
That's a good moment.
They always have some scene like that in these James Bond movies, right? Yeah, okay. In fact, I think they might have multiple movies where they go sledding on things that they should be sledding on.
They really leaned into it at this point. They're
like, sledding is fun.
Yeah. Let's do somebody needs to make a YouTube supercut of all the James Bond sleddings.
So she calls Koskov, and he goes, James Bond? No, he's a KGB agent they sent to kill me. And so she's like, oh, okay, he's KGB. We better stop him. So she drugs Bond's drink so he could get captured.
Ooh.
And then she realizes, she is just a pawn in Koskov's game. And Bond isn't KGB. And so now she sides with Bond, albeit a tad too late.
Oh, wait, did she even sleep with him?
Not yet. I don't think. I did watch the whole movie.
That's usually how he gets him on his
I'm looking
side.
at like fake band stuff. I'm not
all right.
So they're sent to a Soviet air base in Afghanistan. They break free. They free a Mujahideen leader. They all attack the air base, and Bond and Malovi hijack a cargo plane filled with drugs.
Ooh.
This is back when the Mujahideen were our allies.
Yeah, I know. And
that's how old this is.
That's when Mr. Bin Laden says, thank you so much.
It is in this cargo plane that we meet the beautiful cargo pilot, Kara Malovi, played by Maryam Dabo.
What?
She flies the plane. James kills an assassin. They destroy the drugs that would fund the rogue plans of Koskov. The bad guys get their comeuppance, and Malovi gets a special Soviet visa that allows her to tour the world as a cellist. And after her first show of the tour, Bond is there in her dressing room, ready to pounce and get some.
Oh, yeah. Is there a Bond film that
Roll credits.
Is there a Bond film that doesn't end with him getting some?
I believe the term is attempting reentry.
Kara Malovi, fake band.
All right, that's a good solid one.
We actually were looking online for this, and there's not actually a whole lot of Bond girls who are musicians. Most of them are spies or doctors or occasionally a nuclear psychiatrist.
That's right.
Yes,
Nuclear, huh?
Nuclear. But 2 movies after Kara Malovi, in 1995's GoldenEye, which it's probably more famous for the video game tie-in.
I think we might actually have it here.
Yeah, it is supposedly one of the top 100 games of all time. We meet Irina. She may not really count as a Bond girl because she's really on the film very briefly, but she's definitely a musician. And she's definitely a non-talented musician. And unfortunately, we do hear her perform. So she's the fetching mistress, despite her lack of a surname. I mean, maybe she's just kind of a...
She's in her short time.
Mononym, Valentin Dmitriev Zhukovsky, who's played by Robbie Coltrane.
Oh, yeah.
And he's an ex-KGB man. He turns to Russian mafia. Bond goes to reconnect with him. At one point, Bond has shot him in the leg, so he's a little sore about that. But Bond visits him in St. Petersburg, and then he has to endure about 30 seconds of Irina massacring, weirdly enough, Stand By Your Man in a thick Russian accent in the club. So here, this is it.
Beautiful.
Oof.
And
That moves me.
Wow.
yes, you can thank me for cutting that down.
Moves my stomach.
The
I guess
weirdest thing,
30 seconds long and you cut it down even more.
the weirdest thing is that Irina is played by Minnie Driver.
Oh yeah,
What?
Minnie Driver.
Who's
She
actually
used to be-
talented. Yes.
Yeah.
How about them apples?
It was only exactly. It was only her second big role. So she was in
okay.
Circle of Friends, and then she'd been in just a couple
starting
short
out.
films, but she was
Okay.
just starting out. Weirdly, though, in the novelization, as you know, I love novelizations.
Yes.
By John Gardner, who is a crime novelist. He actually wrote some some sequel Bond novels. They changed it so Irina is singing "Raining in Baltimore" by the Counting Crows.
What? Wait, what? Wait, novelizations come after the movie,
Yeah.
right?
But maybe all I could think was maybe in the script they were like trying to get licensing for that song, and it was like a hipper, cooler, newer song. I guess.
I think that.
Maybe that's it. They were trying to make it hip and cool, and
they
they didn't have the
couldn't
rights,
get
so they went with
couldn't get
Stand
the
By
rights,
Your
so
Man.
They maybe.
I'm trying to imagine Counting Crows doing a Bond theme song. That's my brain is melting.
that would be bad.
I think John Gardner.
Mr. Bond and me shooting up the barrio.
I think John Gardner is just a secret Counting Crows fan who's trying to slip something in there.
possibly it's just this is the theme for this episode. Is like why did they make that decision?
Why did they make that choice? Why?
Because spies. That's all you
Because
need to
spy,
know.
yeah, because spy.
All right.
spy
Oh, it's a
did it.
spy movie? Anything's on the table.
All right, I got some.
Talking monkeys and Colonel Sanders.
How about this one? We got another Russian spy band, the Bonkers.
Ooh, it's a
The
good title
Bonkers.
already. Good title.
All right, these are an early 1960s British invasion rock band from the Honey, Name That Tune episode of the TV series Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, the TV show. So this was a spin-off of the popular Disney franchise in the early 90s, which was Honey, I Shrunk the Kids in 1989, Honey, I Blew Up the Kid in 1992, and Honey, We Shrunk Ourselves in 1997, and Honey, I Shrunk the Kids, a TV show from 97 to 2000.
And honey, I milked this gag for all I could.
The franchise features Dad Wayne Zelinsky, played by Rick Moranis in the films, by Peter Scolari in the series.
Oh, good. The Peter Scolari
I
still
was like,
getting work.
not a bad move there, right?
He's the perfect poor man's Rick Moranis.
Yeah.
I think
Absolutely
I
nailed
can
it.
totally see that.
Poor blonde man, Rick.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Anyway, Zelensky is a basement mad scientist. He invents a shrinking ray for the movie, and then an enlarging ray for the second movie. And then in the TV show, he invents whatever hell device they need for the plot that week.
Yeah, the plot device.
He invents the plot device, yes.
He
exactly.
can invent any sort of device known to man just in his basement. There's no government like, yes, we should hire this guy.
Yeah.
Use his talents to make whatever
He
super
needs,
ray
he
we
needs to
want.
be in the spy business. He needs to be Q, handing out gadgets.
I can make these rays. They just don't smell. That's the problem.
That's the problem.
I
You
can't
find
get
it.
it to
smell
smell.
a ray and find
Okay,
ghosts.
okay.
Anyway, in this episode we're concerned with, his wife and two kids find out that the old 1963 music TV show Pop Time is going to be reshown on the Oldies channel. But this is a problem because Dad Wayne swears he heard this song called 123 Be Mine by the Bobkas from that show. And he could never find it again. He can't find any evidence of it. He hums it all the time. He does the little Bobka dance, and he's a little obsessed with it, and the family is sick of it. So they wanted to prevent him from finding out about the marathon of the show, but he finds out anyway, and he makes the whole family watch it all the way through to the very end, the very last episode of the show. And the Bobkas are supposed to come out after the band, the Sweater Vests. And the Sweater Vests are fun because they sing a fun song called Tight Pants, and they're played by real Canadian pop punk band Chicks Dig It.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
The Chicks Dig It are great. They're,
Yeah. That's Marco Flaherty, Kenneth John Jansen, Mike Egermont, and David Alcock. And here they are.
When you wear tight pants, you can't dance. When you wear tight pants, no romance. When you wear tight pants, you can't dance. When you wear tight pants, you just dream. My love
That's a fun
All right.
little parody.
Fun. Yeah.
Little fun little parody song. But guess what the sweater vests don't do? Wear sweater vests. They are not wearing actual vests of sweater.
Flaw in the logic of the episode.
Exactly. Anyway, so
Missed opportunity.
Anyway, at the end of the episode, that's
After
it.
the episode, they said, sweater vests. They should have been in sweater vests.
Anyway, but the Bobkas do not appear. At the end of the episode, announcer Murray the Q, played by Dean Cameron, says that's the end of the show, and Little Leon and the Dipsticks will be on next week, but that was the last episode of the show. It was canceled, so there's nothing. So now Wayne is going, what happened? Oh, I don't have this memory. What do you do when you're a crazy mad scientist?
Is this like a Matrix tie-in? Like there's like something on this there's like a blip in the Matrix. I remember this.
Things get weird. Things get weird. Naturally, so of course, crazy mad scientist guy goes and uses his time machine.
No, we don't talk about time machines in this.
Yeah.
We would leave that to other podcasts who care about that.
Sorry.
Time machines? No.
The spy thing is overriding the time machine for this particular entry. I promise this is the last time, Charles.
No time.
The only time.
We're not explaining the time machine.
Don't
All right,
explain.
no. We're not
can't
going to
explain it.
We're not going to explain it, but it was there. It's a device that does the plot.
Time machine, yes.
He goes back in time to 1963 so we can watch the show being taped live or being, broadcast live and see what happened. Now, why he didn't do this before, even since he was obsessed with the song for 30 years.
Never considered it until
Never
he
thought
watched
about
the
it
whole
until he
TV
got
marathon.
so frustrated. Anyway, so we see the band backstage. They're very Beatlesque. They have the collarless suit jackets. They have terrible English accents. And it's clear the band has been in existence for a while. They've had other shows. So apparently it is an existing band that disappeared at some point, or the song disappeared. Actually kind of humorously implied that Murray turned down the Rolling Stones to get the Bobkas instead. Their new song, 1, 2, 3, Be Mine, is secret. No one can hear it before the big reveal at the actual concert. Wayne manages to break into the theater, and he actually ends up getting captured by the Bobkas goon for interrogation during rehearsal because he was talking about how he loves the song, and if nobody's heard it, how could he know? So he's tied up. He's being interrogated. Then the Bobkas come in and reveal that instead of actually having terrible English accents, they actually have terrible Russian accents and are spies. And they all try to torture Wayne, but they're so incompetent, they actually reveal their plan. Meanwhile, the Selinsky family has also come back to the past to rescue Wayne because he sent like an urgent message when he was getting captured. So
through time.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
And they have another time machine.
But it's the same one. It doesn't come with you. It's like a transporter from Star Trek. You only need one end. And then there's like a recall device.
So he sent the message into the transporter back.
They can have like a two-way time radio thing. Don't go. Let's not
I never
go
was
there.
supposed to explain the time machine.
We're not
science,
explaining. We're not explaining this. We're moving on.
I'm going to cut this podcast right here.
We're moving on. Moving on.
Oh yeah, moving on.
Moving on. All right.
Somehow they get a message of the future.
Yeah. The Bobkas are so incompetent that Wayne escapes, but he gets recaptured. And the
they're not that incompetent.
not 100%.
A little slop.
Somewhat. But anyway, the Bobkas want to rub it in that they're going to win. And get their song on the air, the secret song.
Oh, is that how they win? Is it a contest?
Well, the secret song is going to they're going to
take over the world.
Take over the world.
Take over.
That's how. Okay.
They force him to be the band's drummer by puppeting him like a marionette. The goon is up on the rafters.
That is a shameful position to be in a band.
Making him drum the drums, and he's bad at it, and it doesn't even make any sense. It doesn't matter. He can't even play the drums, though. The Bobkas play the song, and sure enough, the crowd starts to turn into zombies. They even do the outstretched arm zombie walk. They start chanting "Overthrow Parents," and here's a clip.
When you walked into the dance, my heart skipped a beat. Seeing you just standing there made me jump out of my seat. 1, 2, 3, be mine, sugar. 1, 2, 3, be mine. I think you're so fine, sugar. 1, 2, 3, be mine. Money's a root of evil.
Even it's a lot of
you
leaks.
come in with this stupid Albania takes all the old people movie.
The Albania movie makes a lot more sense now, doesn't it?
You come in with
that
this.
seems like solid filmmaking.
You
now,
come in
doesn't
with this move that, hey, Roy Orbison has beady eyes, tries to save the Confederates, and we're supposed to root for him. And this? We have this too?
Oh, yeah. No, we're not
What
done
are we doing here, people?
We're not done. We're not done here.
Shut it down.
No. All right. So even daughter Amy is starting to get hypnotized. But in the middle of all the chaos, Wayne's automatic recall timer goes off and he gets zapped back to the present, where America is now communist.
Oh, it's like that America miniseries with a K.
So their plan actually worked. It was a terrific plan. In hindsight, it was a brilliant piece of thing.
And you called him incompetent.
Yeah, who's incompetent now?
I think you owe
That's
the
fair.
Bobcats an apology.
I guess I do. I'm sorry you're a little bumbling in the torturing department, but you're solid in the musical spy secret message thing. Brainwashing. Well done. Anyway, so now Wayne has to go back in time again to perform the performance and prevent the Bobcats from singing the song. He reappears and thankfully does not meet himself. They just forget about that part that it could happen.
Yeah, okay.
And he and his family whip out some crazy doodads and zap the Bobcats amps and blow them up, preventing the song from getting played.
Oh, good.
But
Credits roll.
But the show, the live Pop Time show starts, even though they've been even though they just blew up the amps, and then.
What part of live show are you not getting?
And
something has to happen. I mean, it's a live show.
And then they're fighting the band and trying to beat them up. And then the curtains open and suddenly, hey, you're on. And then the family stops fighting and sings 1, 2, 3, Be Mine themselves. Because like, hey, the show must go on kind of logic. It's just stupid. It makes no sense for many reasons, especially which this is the Evil Mind Control song. Why are you singing the Evil Mind Control song?
So if they sing it, does everybody want to be their servants?
No. Fortunately, they don't do it right. It doesn't. There is no zombies. Nothing happens. It doesn't work the way they sing it.
People just hate the song.
I don't even know what happens. Somehow it all works out. The family goes home to the present, and all I can think about is the movie. It's like the movie Primer. There's like so many timelines that have spawned from this idiocy that they can't be reconciled. I don't even try.
We don't talk about
the time travel. We just talk about the fake bands. The fake bands. Both of the songs were written by Ed Naha, the lyrics, and Peter Bernstein, the music. Bernstein was the show's regular composer, but Naha was actually one of the writers of the first Honey, I Shrunk the Kids film. And then weirdly, he also worked in the A&R department at Columbia Records, where he helped get Bruce Springsteen's Born to Run album released. So that's a weird real world music connection.
And he was the one who yanked Courtney Cox up on stage.
Alan, can you save this?
Well, I can save this
Pull the show up out of the gutter, Alan.
Can save this with one word, phrasing. We're going to talk about Archer. The bands in Archer. So there's not a lot of them, but it's great. Archer is a show from 2009 to 2023. It's a great animated show. It was on FX, then it was on FXX, and I guess if it was still on today, it would be on their porn spinoff, FXXX. Yes.
It had some episodes where you think could have been on.
Yeah, it could have been. Yeah. It's a spy comedy, but it's also like a workplace comedy. It's essentially it's a spy agency that's an independent spy agency, and named
that's
ISIS.
no dumber than the Fresh Beat band.
Yeah,
named what?
ISIS.
Oh.
In the first season. This is before the Arabic State ISIS came about. So they ended up dropping the name later on, but it was created by Adam Reed. Who co-created Celeb 2021.
Oh, yeah, that's a great show.
A great show, and Frisky Dingo. And it uses some of the same like limited animation that they use in a kind of Hanna-Barbera style. There's set backgrounds and just there's not a whole lot of animation in there. But,
well, the humor doesn't come from the animation. It comes from the writing, which
is very tight. And it's very a lot of wordplay, a lot of back and forth, very, very constant riffing and jokes, things. So basically the show is kind of Cold War-esque, the retrofuturism. Like they have cell phones, but they also have, the Russians, and they have, the KGB, and they have like spy cars, but they all dress like it's kind of this like early 60s. The show is all about Sterling Archer. He is the suave master spy, Sterling Mallory Archer, played by H. John Benjamin.
We talk about him all the time.
I love John Benjamin.
I think he might have to go in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, definitely. Lana Kane, who's played by Aisha Tyler, and Mallory Archer, who's played by Jessica Walter, who is wonderful. She was the mom on Arrested Development. Right. Mallory Archer is essentially Lucille Lucille Bluth in a different form. Cyril Figgis, played by Chris Parnell, who is underrated. Dr. Leo Spaceman from 30 Rock. He is so great.
Oh, I love that.
He's so good in this role.
He is really good in most everything he does.
Amber Nash plays Pam Poovey, and she's great. She was in Frisky Dingo. Judy Greer, another kind of bit part, like kind of like a supporting actor who when she's in, it's like, oh, she's going to do good. She brings a lot of craziness to the role, which is great. She plays Cheryl Tunt. Ray Gillette.
I beg your pardon?
Cheryl Tunt. Yes.
Oh, sorry. I thought
that's what you're meant to say.
Never mind.
That's what you're meant to think. Ray Gillette. Adam Reed plays Ray Gillette, who is the single gay and the main gay character on there. He's actually a competent spy, but he constantly,
unlike everybody else.
Well, I guess Alon is fairly competent, but he gets injured very badly. One of the weirdest ones is Dr. Algernon Krieger, who may or may not be a clone of Hitler, and he's played by Lucky Yates. And Lucky Yates, you probably don't recognize the name, but you might recognize if you ever watched the Alton Brown's cooking show, Good Eats. Yeah, he was one of, and they had these little weird things in like skits in between the recipes, and Lucky Yates was in there. He was an Atlanta actor, and the show was produced out of Atlanta.
How odd!
And but it was weird when he was on the show. It was like, hey, that's the guy from Good Eats' voice. So one of the great things about Archer is that, unlike, say, Rick and Morty, Archer fans know that Archer is not the hero. He's not the good guy. Like, you have these people out there like, oh, I'm kind of like Rick. It's like, no one. Archer is suave and sophisticated and he's very, very handsome, always gets the girl, but no one wants to be Archer because he's also an idiot. And he's so selfish, self-centered, narcissistic. He's just like a really bad person. So most of the show is about their spy missions. Later on, there were a couple musicians in when the show kind of took a little zigzag there, a little zag. In 2014, Reed was kind of tired of doing basically a mission of the week episodes, and so it was like kind of each one was a new spy mission. So he decided to try a series that had an overarching plot. They had ISIS raided by the government for being an unaccredited spy agency, and the team, as part of in the episode, they find a literal ton of cocaine, like an actual ton of cocaine. So they decide that what they will do is become coke dealers.
Okay.
So season 5 is also known as Archer Vice, and in that they become incredibly inept coke dealers. And Cheryl Tunt, Judy Greer's character, she decides to become the queen of outlaw country.
Okay.
And she changes her name to Charlene, and she starts recording.
I walked 40 miles of mountain road with a worn-out wheel and low down low. I broke down and I'll be there still, but I had no speed to make it over the hill.
And that's an original song that they wrote for this. Okay. And they wrote a bunch of original songs for this character to sing.
Really? Original songs? They didn't just do covers? Wow.
Wasn't just covers. So Cheryl is the ISIS secretary in the rest of the show. She slowly gets nuttier and nuttier as the show goes on.
She sure does.
Yeah. You learn more and more about how she's a choking enthusiast. And she owns an ocelot, and she is the heir to the Tunt family fortune. And so they have the Tuntmore mansion. And so the Tunts are the people who built the railroads, essentially. So they were like kind of a robber baron family.
Okay.
And she's just working at ISIS for the hell of it. For this, Judy Greer is not really a singer, and so they hired Jessie Lynn Martins to do the vocals. Well, actually, they hired her to do just guitar and fiddle, but then they were auditioning singers, and they said they had her just do some scratch vocals that they could have the singer they hired sing over, and they were like, she actually has a pretty good voice. And so she's an actual real country singer, and so
we could have had her, and we could save a couple of days.
There you go. Certainly. Well, not only a couple of days, they apparently had 2 other people hired and ready to go who like dropped out. So this was a long process. Wow. So I guess apparently they started doing scratch vocals because they were tired of like.
They could have just asked her from the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, do you sing as well?
Yeah. So the highlight of the season was the episode Baby Shower, which features Kenny Loggins as an alternate version of himself, the real musician Kenny Loggins, as K-Log. So he was kind of reinventing himself.
That was the radio station in LA we used to listen to all the time, right? K-Log.
K-Log.
All right, so Kenny Loggins isn't a fake band, but maybe K-Log is.
I don't know.
It's not. Is it actually Kenny Loggins?
It's actually Kenny Loggins.
Oh my gosh! Wow.
So there's a running gag in the show where Archer's kind of he and Lana had a relationship that ended before the show started, but he believes that she's still attracted to him and talks about how she's in the danger zone. And so there's a kind of running gag about being in the danger zone, and they really paid off in season 5 when we get this.
Highway to
K-Log for the win.
Cheryl and Kenny Loggins playing a country version of Danger Zone.
Nice.
And so, like, a surprising number of other recent Adult Swim shows, and like talking like Death Clock and Shallow Gravy from the Venture Brothers, they went ahead and put out a digital only album. And so Charlene released a real album, Charlene (parentheses) songs from the TV series Archer, which is not a great title. And it's credited to Charlene. It's not credited to Jessie Lynn Martin, which is kind of a little frustrating, I imagine. At one point in White Elephant, which is the season opener, there's a shot of this Billboard-esque kind of chart that shows that her cover of Baby Please Don't Go is at number 14 on the charts. Now, this is her first song she records, and it's on the charts.
Okay.
And other bands on the list, Paul McCandle, Chris Esterton, Lorraine Trotter, Ezra Meeks and Donna Benfield, Keltone and the Hams, Casey Parsons, Ronnie States, Daryl Hurd 3, and the Blue Ticks, and the Puck Sampson Band.
See, this is what I'm talking about the Hot 100, because the Puck Sampson Band's back on the list. Right? 50 years after their big hit, they're back on the list.
Surprised they didn't, go for funnier gag names.
Yeah, that actually surprised me too, actually.
Wait, Puck Sampson isn't the guy from the Venture Brothers, is it?
No, that's Brock Sampson.
Okay, never mind.
There are a lot of references to, in Archer, they have, make references to Frisky Dingo and C-Lab 2021, but the Venture Brothers is outside of their world.
Okay.
Later in the season, they go to the country of San Marcos, where President Gustavo Calderon, he has a crush on Charlene, and so she becomes a big star, but a large of it is because he blew the country's narco money buying her album to make her a star. They find this out there. All the albums are at the airport where he's bought. And the fun thing, he's played by Fred Armisen.
Oh my gosh!
Not fake band. He's fake band adjacent.
He's fake band adjacent. He's just a rabid fan, but he's not actually a fake band.
That Fred Armisen is everywhere we want to be.
So after this little diversion, Archer went back to spy stuff for a couple seasons. For I guess one season. Then they fell out with the CIA and they became detectives. So Cyril started a detective agency in LA. So they moved from New York to LA. Same group, still a workplace comedy, same people, no explanation about how they were all moving to LA. And then Archer gets shot and falls into a coma in this kind of parody of Sunset Boulevard in some way. And then they had 3 seasons where they were having these fantasy versions of the characters.
Like he's dreaming it in the coma.
He's in a coma dream. So the first one is this kind of noir parody. The second one is this tropical island, like kind of South Seas and probably in like the 30s or 40s.
Wow.
And then the third one is Archer 1999. So it's a space thing, kind of a parody of Alien and other space movies.
3 seasons they did this.
Yeah.
Wow.
Reed was bored with the spy stuff.
Apparently.
I just want to keep going.
Keep going. But in the first one, which is called first of this season 8, which is Archer Dreamland, he's a noir detective, and Lana is actually a sultry jazz singer.
Romeo loved Juliet. Juliet, she felt the same. When he put his arms around her, he said, Julie, baby, you're my flame. Now give us Dreamland.
No, she's not a bad version of Fever. You should hit. She's a pretty good singer. Then later on, we learned that she's actually secretly a tax enforcement agent who's investigating Mallory's corrupt jazz club. So she is a spy.
Okay, perfect. There we go.
Tax spy.
Yes. And in this reality, Ray Gillette is a wildly uncool trumpet player, and he is the only white member of the band that backs up Lana. And his bandmates actually get names in Jane Doe, which was April 19th, 2017. There's the bassist Floyd, the pianist Verl, and the drummer Cliff. And all of those are references to other things. Floyd is a reference to Floyd County, Georgia, which is where Archer is produced.
Huh, I did not know that.
Verl and Cliff were both minor characters in Frisky Dingo.
Okay, but it's not the same character, it's just the same names.
Just the same names.
Okay.
But they have these things. Like there's weird little things. Like in one point later on in the season, they have baby Lamont, who is this little penguin. A penguin baby that shows up both in Frisky Dingo and in Archer. So it's one of those weird things like, does this exist in the same universe? Why that's important is because Frisky Dingo has Paquil, who we talked about before as a rapper. Yeah. We talked about in our, I believe in one of our A to Z shows.
Yeah.
Sadly though, we never do learn the name of the artist who composed what is probably one of my favorite recurring musical gags in the show, Archer's ringtone.
What are we listening to here?
Apparently, this was a throwaway gag that they developed for when they were earlier on going to have Archer and Lana have a kid. They did later on end up having a kid, but they wanted to have the whole thing with mulatto. But the weird thing, this becomes a ringtone in another like competing agency has a character who also has this song as their ringtone, and then it reappears in other forms. For example, on Krieger's phone, it's Teutonic Butts, which because, as being a possible clone of Hitler, you want to keep it on the German thing.
I'm a little confused.
We were on the rails, then we're off the rails. We're on the rails, and then we're off the rails.
We're on the rails again. Archer is totally worth watching, unlike some of the other ones we've talked about tonight.
Hey, I would watch The Finks.
Oh my God.
Maybe not Johnny Banner, but The Finks.
Archer is for free on Tubi. There's usually one ad in each episode, but it is free. It's definitely worth watching.
Really?
It is a fun show. Yeah.
Okay.
So this is the spy show, and we say we may do another spy show, but I mean, after this, do you really want to listen to the ones we didn't mention in our first spy show? We'll see.
There's some good ones in there. We have some
until
stuff
then, I'm
classics.
Charles. There's Alan.
See you later.
There's T Mike. And this has been the Rocklopedia Fake Bandica. Thanks for listening. You've been listening to the Rocklopedia Fake Bandica, a production of the Van Gogh Sketch Comedy Group. The hosts are Alan Benson, T. Mike Childs, and Charles Rempel. Our editors are Alan Benson and Charles Rempel. Please be sure to subscribe to the Rocklopedia on your service of choice so you never miss an episode. We'd love to hear from you, so leave a review or email us at fakebands@vgg.com. And don't forget to visit fakebands.com and the mothership, vgg.com. Thanks for listening.